So about 5-6 years ago, I was just entering high school. I wanted to look good, feel confident, so I decided to start working out. I started lifting weights, going on runs, and for the first 3 months, I was able to be super consistent. I exercised 5 days a week, but then I just stopped. I struggled to work out after that, like I just couldn't bring myself up to it. Like I generally don't like working out, and after a certain point, I stopped caring about looking good, so there's no motivation for me to do it. And I might have these one-off moments where I would start working out, but eventually I'll find an excuse to stop doing it. But 5 years later, I was able to bring myself to work out every so often. And finally, in the past 5 months, I've been able to work out pretty consistently. And the biggest difference this time is that even though I still don't enjoy working out, I'm way more motivated to do it because I've implemented these 2 principles alongside my goal. So let's start off by talking about this one right here. We can pretty much split up all our goals into 2 types of goals. They're goals that we genuinely care about and are excited to accomplish. Think about traveling around the world or starting your own business. And then there are goals that we set because we kind of have to. Think about studying or working out. Regardless of what type of goal you have, we can create motivation for us to do it by leveraging a greater goal. Here's what I mean. For me, I'm so tired of just studying all the time and kind of just being busy. So one of my long-term goals is to take a massive break from life essentially and explore the world and travel to as many countries as I can in my mid-20s. Yep, you heard that right. Not my 60s, not my 70s, in my mid-20s. And I've been thinking about this for some while now, and I started to realize that for me to actually make this happen, I either need to have a lot of money saved up, or I need to have an income source that allows me to work wherever I want. And you can probably see where this is going, but that's why I decided to start a YouTube channel. Since I've been thinking about this mid-20s traveling goal for some time now, I have a burning desire to accomplish this goal. This is like my greater goal, a big, long-term goal that I'm super motivated for, and I can use the fire that I have for this goal to do things that will help me get there, like start a YouTube channel. Now I know this is easier said than done because finding your greater goal can be a bit intimidating and challenging at times, but here's how you can find your greater goal. First, just understand that your greater goal doesn't have to be your purpose or anything big and deep like that. If it is, great, but for now, all you need is a long-term goal that you have a burning desire for. You really have to want it so that this greater goal can act as a compass for us. A vision for our near future that'll help us achieve our goals in the present. If you have no idea what this greater goal is for you, one question you can ask yourself is what would you be doing if there was no constraints in your life? Like you didn't have to go to school, you had all the money in the world, what would you spend a lot of time doing? I know it's a bit hard to answer this right now, but over the next few weeks and months, if you keep reflecting upon this, you'll find yourself going back to a vision or a lifestyle that you're so excited to live. And all we're gonna do is take aspects of this vision, this hypothetical fantasy life, make it a bit more realistic so that it can be one of our greater goals. Let's say my hypothetical life would be traveling around the world all the time, exploring nature, and trying different types of foods. Well, let's make it a bit more realistic so that it can be one of my greater goals. I know I have to go to school and then I have to go to work, so doing this forever is a bit unrealistic. But I can set a greater goal to have 1 year in my 20s to do all this. Or my greater goal could be that I build a lifestyle that allows me to travel around the world and do all the fun stuff for maybe 2 months every year. Now that's a bit more realistic. Your vision can be and should be something completely different to mine because your compass, your greater goal is something unique to you. What matters is I have a burning desire to accomplish your greater goal. So that way you can use the motivation that you have for your greater goal to accomplish the smaller goals in your life in the near future. For example, I'm motivated to start a YouTube channel so that I can earn the money and income I need to achieve my greater goal. There's always going to be motivation to achieve these direct goals. But what about the goals that we have to do but we don't really want to do? Think about studying or working out. Well, the key is to find a way to connect these fitness, career, and school goals to our greater goal. For example, for me to be able to travel around the world and actually enjoy that experience in my mid-20s, I need to be healthy. If I'm constantly ill and not able to walk for long durations, then there's no point in me creating a YouTube channel to earn money and build income. As important as my YouTube goal is, it's equally important that I achieve my fitness goal so that I can actually achieve my greater goal in my mid-20s. Another example is school. School can be really stressful at times, and the stress can definitely grow into other areas of our life and leave us demotivated to do anything. The solution to this is to learn how to excel in school. As soon as you're doing well in school, school becomes way less stressful and you have more time to do other things in your life. So to have the time, energy, and motivation to achieve our greater goal and all our other goals, we need to accomplish our studying goals. I know these connections may seem superficial at first, but if you keep reflecting about your greater goal and how these goals will help you get there, you will start to understand the importance of these goals. And automatically, the burning desire that you have to accomplish your greater goal will give you the motivation you need to accomplish these goals. Now that's going to help you get the motivation you need to get started on your goals. But the thing is, most of our goals are marathons rather than sprints. How do we make sure that this burst of motivation doesn't only last 3 months, but actually holds itself for years down the line? Well, it all comes down to Principle 2. There are 2 parts to understanding this principle. First, we gotta understand that most of our goals are going to take years to accomplish, and to make sure that we don't procrastinate and actually take action, we want to set mini goals with a time frame of 90 days. A short timeline of 90 days ensures that we take action and don't procrastinate. After those 90 days, we can look back, reflect upon all the progress we made, revisit our goals, and go at it again. And this is where the most important part of this principle comes in. The key to accomplishing your goals and sustaining that motivation for years down the line is to differentiate between mini goals and outcomes. Our mini goal should be actions that we believe will get us to an outcome. For example, from September to December 2023, my mini goal was to upload videos every 2 weeks. My outcome for this mini goal was that one of my videos gets 1 million views. This outcome was important because it was forcing me to create videos that I thought were worthy of getting 1 million views, instead of just some random videos. When the 90 days for my mini goal is over, I can then look back and see whether or not I achieved my outcome. This allows me to assess what I didn't do well and helps me understand what I can do next time to improve. But the key thing here is that even though I didn't achieve my outcome, that does not mean I didn't achieve my mini goal. I know this sounds a bit weird at first, but this change in perspective is crucial to being motivated in the long term. You set a mini goal with associated actions that you truly believe will get you to an outcome. But after 90 days, even if you don't achieve your outcome, you still achieve your mini goal because you've taken action. All you have to do now is reflect upon why you didn't achieve your outcome, see what you have to change in your action, and with that in mind, you can set new mini goals. When you realize that by taking action, you accomplish your mini goals, you always feel like you're making progress even if you're not seeing any results. This maintains the motivation you have to achieve your goals and your greater goals. The hardest and the most important step is to figure out what your greater goal is so that you can get the motivation you need to accomplish all your goals. One last tip to figuring that out is don't spend too much time overthinking your greater goal and trying to make it perfect. All you need is a greater goal that you have a burning desire for right now. This greater goal will act as a compass to orient you, your goals, and be the source of motivation for your near future. Even if a few years down the line, you realize that this greater goal is not what you want to pursue and you want to focus on other things in your life, that's completely fine. Because having the wrong direction right now is better than having no direction at all.